having faith as well doesn't mean things are going to be easy. It just means things are going to be possible. The thing is, what I learned is that you don't ever stop because you never know who's watching. Like your shit might be for a different market.
From Kona Juda and Debia, Imin Umsindis Wesi, Umvelisen Rangomelis Wesidwe, formerly known as Wazima Donsel, bringing you a show about creative entrepreneurs live from the landmark that not only birth SA street culture but also formalize the street hustle.
Kona Juda and Debia, special episode, very, very special episode. Is this the homecoming or the send-off of Sinalo Ngcaba?
I don't know. I say send off, but homecoming as well. It's like a double because it feels like I'm finally like, I don't want to say recognized, but I feel like I'm finally being seen at home. So it's like homecoming and send off at the same time.
I think the most interesting thing about you within your journey is that when I first saw your work, I was like, oh, I like this. And then you made me go to Cardiff just to see your work. Like, yo, let me go check out your work. And to see how far you've come with your work, how does that feel for you? Because 90% of the time when we do work, we don't even realize the impact we have on others.
It makes me feel good, I won't lie, because most part of my journey has like been very personal, and I had to really fight, like, I guess the imposter syndrome of you keep changing styles, you don't know what you're doing. Like, I had to be like, you know what, it's okay to look like you don't know what you're doing, because that's what usually leads you to where you're trying to be and stuff. So I mean, I feel good. I love my journey and the pace that I'm going at. I finally feel like very content. I may not have everything skill wise. I'm still very much like at the beginning, what it feels like, but I think articulating my ideas visually is now like where my strength lies. So yeah, I'm feeling good.
When did you take that decision to say, I'm an artist and I'll live through my art?
I'd say when I quit my job, I had like a 9 to 5, 2017 to 2018. No, actually 2018 to 2019. I was a graphic designer at a property company. And first of all, I was the youngest person in the office. Even though I didn't have a qualification for it, I was like grateful that I had a job. But once I was in there, like, it didn't feel like I'm gaining anything. It felt like it was taking away. And then I decided to just quit my job with no plan because it got so bad that I could feel myself disappearing. So I quit my job like October 2019. And then luckily I had a job that kind of sustained me through till December. And then next thing is the pandemic. And then now I was like, oh my gosh, I'm really fucked, because I was I was planning to like look for new jobs in the new year, blah blah blah. So when that happened, I was forced to really think about like, okay, like what's your plan? Like what do you really want to do? I still loved art, but I was like, I wasn't sure. I didn't even know where I would fit in art. Like like even saying Illustrator and stuff, I prefer visual artists now because I feel like Illustrator also puts me in a box, So 2020, I start like doing like drawing challenges and all that, I had the time. And then I think that's when it like hit me, because I think I had posted something, and like when things start getting viral, I guess something like that happened 2020 with the t-shirts with creative nestlings. And once I was in it, I was like, okay, this seems like it could go somewhere. I didn't even know where, but I was like, okay, this is it. Like, I need to really, really like be in this. And from there, like, it was natural. Like, yeah.
How does one find the art style as an artist? Because you go through the cross-hatching in art school, you go through the thinking you just ground broke a style, And then one day you log into Pinterest and you're like, oh, there's 700 of us.
Yo, that moment is also so mind blowing. Shout out to the internet because you go from just the books at school and just school to seeing that it can go any direction you want, like no rules, nothing. So for me, it took a lot of like just trying out drawing styles. Like I had been drawing since high school because in high school I did textile design. That's where I learned how to like illustrate with pens and whatever. So I kept doing that, trying different ways, even though it would feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing, because that would always be the thing at the back of my mind, is like putting out my work. You see great artists have like a consistent style, and I was like, when am I gonna get there? And I think the style for me is evolving. That's my style. It's like evolution. It's like it. I don't think it will ever fully be like this. Even now, I'm slowly trying to try new things. Because I'm like, I feel good in this place. Now let's try something else. Let's do
What's that
something else.
relationship like for yourself? Because you're creating these masterpieces, you're creating these collectibles, and you have to let them go. You have to send off the commission. What's that relationship like for you as an artist?
You know, it's like a 50-50 between good and bad. Sometimes it's because I have a time limit and I really want to make this thing look good. Like I know the stuff I wanted to add and whatever, but the client is like, oh, sorry, turnaround time is like next week or whatever. And then I always feel like, damn, like, okay, people are gonna like this, but they don't know what else I wanted to add. They don't know that I really wanted to make this thing better. So the relationship between like letting go of stuff has become so much better because I know there's more where that came from. I know it's like um, this machine that's running, that like it will never switch off, and it's running off passion and just like hunger. So yeah, I'm so good with like letting things go now. Because yeah, I know I can definitely create a better one than the one I just let go.
I think for me, when I look at artists, I look at their journey, and I think the most important moment in your journey is the moment where you welcome all of us to your first exhibition. How did that feel for you to say, "Yo, come into my space, let me share some of me"?
It was nerve wracking in the beginning because I had never done that. I was like such a bedroom artist like forever, and I guess my only platform would be sharing on social media, or like I'd get group shows here and there. But when it was time to like fully focus on me, I was like, oh my gosh, what if they don't like it? And I had changed that whole collection of arts. I had changed my idea like mid the residency, so I had less time left. So I was like, okay, I know some of them are a bit shaky, but I just hope people get the message that like this is me trying to really come out, and like stamp myself in this. So it was good to see people interact with the work. It's always really cool to see that. And it was also a proud moment that I finally got to that place. I had felt like I wasn't a real artist for a very long time. And that my work wasn't worthy to be like in gallery walls and stuff like that, because you get people who are like, oh, but like digital art is not real art, or like your subjects are not strong enough, or blah blah blah. And then over time that definitely makes you feel like, well, like what am I even doing? uh but that, I guess those are more traditional Western ways that I've seen like in the art world, because the art world is like, it's crazy. It's like the music industry, it feels like to me. And I guess you choose as the artist how deep you want to be in it and why and all of that. So when I discovered my whys, it made it easier for me to stand outside of it all and like just do my own thing and create my own path, knowing that I am an artist on the same level as people showing at galleries, you know.
How convenient and how empowering has it been for you to be able to work on multiple mediums and still tell the same design language? Because it's a design on this side, it's an artwork on this side, it's a product on this side. How's that been for you? Because most artists who or graphic designers at some stage also struggle with the idea of being the art world is shining upon me, but the commercial world is calling me. How are you dealing with that?
Um, it's just, I guess, being very confident in what I'm trying to say and seeing that it, like, I can feel that I've found my niche as well. So that also makes me know that, like, whichever medium I choose to to express this message is going to be dope. And I think that's also a nice thing that I surprise myself because now I get to see my art on different things. I don't like have a clear plan all the time. I'm like, okay, this month I want to draw this on this. It will usually come through clients, and the crazy thing is, it's usually what I'll be thinking about. Like working with musicians has something I've always wanted to do because I'm like highly inspired by music. I can't create without it. And then when that started happening, it's like the things that I had been thinking about doing are coming on their own, you know, like I didn't have to. I don't know when's the last time I even applied for a job, you know, which is which is something I'm also like, wow. And it's all the things that I enjoy, like events, working with merch and all of that. It's I don't know how, but I seem to attract that, and I think that's because I'm really like passionate about.
I think you're the first person I get to ask this to on the podcast, but how did you feel casting for an international market? Because you dominating in America.
Oh, that was tricky. You know, I won't lie. I was online looking, and even I guess the first job they had a specific budget, and then I was like, okay. I started gauging from that. They just wanted a flyer or whatever. And then they said they were like, this is how much we have. So I was like, okay, this is where I can start. I think.
Yeah.
And then it basically happened like that. The more jobs I got, the higher I went. Obviously, the bigger clients I got, the higher I went. It's still very something, something very tricky. I likely have a manager now that side and in Cape Town and they help me with those things because I'm doing a lot of the stuff for the first time, honestly. Like, it feels like some of these, I don't know, every job that comes in lately has been so different and just like new. So I don't even know where to start. I don't know like what's the usage of this and stuff. So getting help, asking questions, looking online was what helped me. Um, I mean, I know I should be getting more still, but we'll get there.
You're getting it in dollars, but I think the bigger question there is like, how does usage even begin to be comprehended at that scale? Because you're doing our merch, you're doing our CI as a festival, then we're still going to use the stuff on billboards.
That's the thing.
Because
That's
now in my head, I've assumed you have a million. In rands.
excuse me.
In rands,
Yo,
not dollars.
I wish. I wish. It's like I said, it's still a very. I don't have a set rate anymore because every job is so complex and different in its own way. Like one will like we want to use the artwork for a month, the other one will be like 6 months, but then we want additions. Like it's become very much catered or taken from that specific job spec. So I guess like just do your research on like how much generally these things cost on the market to like have a billboard out and stuff. Like I said, I'm getting help as well. Like I don't half of the time I'm always like when it comes to money stuff, I just want to draw. I just want to do the stuff. But yeah, ask around and yeah, I'm not gonna disclose mine. Hit me up if you want a quote. But yeah,
It's okay. It sounds there's nothing to do with you now. You have the IRS on you. It's different now.
America's different.
It's different. How's it feeling to know that you are leaving the country permanently on your own accord through your art?
It feels so dope. I won't lie. It's like I I had the best year last year. That was the best year so far. And it's I don't know, it feels like there's something exploded in me. And it's like finally I'm using this thing that's just from my brain and it's taking me across the world. It's an incredible feeling. Like it makes me want to go harder now because I'm like, who knows? Maybe I might be doing illustrations for NASA. Now I'm out of the world, you know. So it really makes me feel like, oh, it's possible. You know, it's so possible. Like from being the kid that's on Tumblr, like seeing all these cool artists, and it was mostly like from the States or Europe, and you're like, damn, like how do I even, you know? So yeah, it feels good. I'm so excited.
In the journey of living within your dreams, do you feel seen by the South African market? Because there's something about just knowing you're good at home as well.
Uh, Finally, it's starting to feel like that. Majority of my career, no, it didn't feel like that.
What were the hurdles at that stage?
I don't know, just trying to. I remember there was a time I was even like, should I create things that I know people will like because maybe then they'll see me, you know. And I didn't even know exactly what that was. Even to being a black female artist, there's also those hurdles because you see like a lot of brands and stuff, it seems like they prioritize the male artists. And even in terms of campaigns and all those things, it's like the same artists all the time. So it's like, how do I even try? How do I even try get in there? You know? And then luckily, the thing is, what I learned is that you don't ever stop because you never know who's watching. Like your shit might be for a different market, you know, and that's okay. So I had to be like, okay, no one is. I'm not really getting gigs or whatever, and I'm not gonna beg anyone. I just need to keep doing this, and yeah, all it took was like one DM for like a flyer, and then everything changed from there.
How did you sustain yourself mentally in that period where the job keeps going to that person? The job keeps giving to that person. How do you strengthen yourself to also still be able to create? Because a lot of people are finding themselves in that current position right now, where they're like, "Yo, I'm trying, but like it's going to him, her,
Yeah.
them, all of it."
I pray a lot. What I notice about like just creativity, I've learned is like it's such a spiritual thing because we literally turn nothing into something. I think that's magic in itself. So the journey strengthened my faith so much. I literally was like, there's no other way I can do this besides praying. I can't go out and try seek validation because, you know, I'm apparently not as good as I should be. So journaling, praying, you know, I couldn't afford a therapist, but I spoke to friends and stuff, you know. Yeah, pray, journal, listen to music, just create.
Now that you see the scale, what do you see you doing for yourself personally? Because you're doing so much with other people. What room do you currently see for yourself that you're building?
I am trying to get into different things in terms of I've seen how my art brings people together in forms of flyers or creating stage visuals or something. And it's funny because I also love going to like events and whatever. So like now I'm trying to see how can I use that into maybe creating my own stuff. Because like sometimes I go to parties, I'm like, damn, I wish they had this here, I wish they had that here. And now also through the work I've been doing, I've met a lot of people who do events and a lot of musicians that also want to try music. I can't sing, but like, a beat here and there. That's I'm really trying to try out different things. Still having the art, even within art, I want to try different mediums and stuff. Like little sculpture, like all of that. I feel like the possibilities are endless. I've never felt so powerful to myself. It's like the young girl in me is finally like, damn, you're killing it. So yeah, I'm gonna be trying a few things this year.
There's a question I like to ask, and the question is very simple. It's very entitled, but what do you think the game owes you this year?
Oh, I don't want to say more opportunities, but I don't know. I wish the game can just open up more, not just for me, but for everyone else. Like, um, yeah, like I see here in South Africa specifically, there's so much talent, and like if the right channels are opened up for everyone, like we could literally be at the top on the top. So I think more openness, that's what the game, not, I don't want to say that's what it owes me, but I feel like that's what it owes all of us as creators. It's just like open it up a bit more, let us in. Like we've got so much to offer that could better us, as a community, as a people. So yeah. So I think.
In your journey, you haven't gotten this far to the point where you are relocated. What would you say you'd advise young creatives? Say, yo, I know you paint, I know you illustrate, I know you draw, I know you sculpture. What's the advice you give to them? When they're at a point where they're trying to find their flow. Some have found their flow, but they haven't found a way to get into galleries. They haven't found a way to create those connections. How did you manage to create those?
I was I had to be honest with myself also, because I would think that hold on, I'm filling in my thoughts. Okay, as cliche as it sounds, like the whole like believing in yourself is such a real thing. Like having faith as well doesn't mean things are going to be easy. It just means things are going to be possible, and you need to also like try find other people that you feel like are also in this similar situation, because I've tried things with friends who are also like pushing and trying their own things, and you can always just do things yourself, have a little exhibition on a random wall in your hood or whatever. Like don't let just being not chosen into the big galleries be like the thing that stops you from creating. Also like maybe if you're feeling stuck, maybe it means try another style. I've noticed that's what usually helps me when I feel like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I just try different things. Like now I've been enjoying typography because of all these flyers I've been doing. I don't use like fonts or the preset ones or downloaded ones. Like I write myself, and in doing that frequently now because of all the flyers, I gained an interest in like now, oh, like I can try different styles of this, and now it's become like kind of a thing in my recent work. So I think, yeah, when you're feeling like things are stagnant, maybe it means also just try something different. And yeah, don't stop posting. A lot of like the big gigs I've gotten, I think 90% of my jobs I get via DM, and a lot of the times those people won't even follow me. I'm like, how do they find me?
You just slide with purpose.
Yes, slide with purpose. No heart eyes, no, yeah.
They
Um,
need to get the artwork.
so yeah, like keep posting. You never know. Keep checking your requests. You know, I still don't have a website. I will soon, but because I found that like Instagram is for me. It's like quick. Someone sees your work, they can message you right now. I see it right now. So that's worked for me perfectly. I mean, I don't even know if there's a formula to this, but like you'll get to the point where you can feel that, oh, like this is my thing, this is my lane, and yeah, so keep doing it.
In balancing these relationships where you've created back in the past, you've manifested certain jobs, how are you treating collaborations at this stage? It's like, how do you say no now? Because now it's realistically, it's Sinalo, you hear,
Yeah.
international. How do you say no now?
How do I say no? I'm such a sweet no girl, which is something I'm trying to learn because now things are getting cutthroat, and yeah, so what I usually do is I look at the collab, I look at the person or the brand, I look at like the idea we're trying to run with, I see if it aligns with me. 'Cause I really like working with things that align with me personally. It's not always about the money. The money is like a byproduct, you know. So I look at that and then I be honest, by like in a sweet way. I'm like, oh, like let's revisit this at a later stage, or this is not a lie. People are gonna hear this. Sometimes I'm like, I'm busy, like I've got stuff I'm working on, and sometimes I don't. It's just that, yeah,
You're busy for that.
I'm busy for them. But yeah, like check if this project or collab aligns with you as a person, because that's how it becomes better. Don't just be like, oh, this is a big person, so I just want to do something with them just to have their name attached to me. Like look at the things that both of you guys do well, and like how they could like marry and merge in a beautiful way. Like I'm trying to collab with some people that I really, they inspire me so much, and they have influenced even just my style and how I see that like you can you can go anyway with this. So collabs for me dropping soon, with some really cool people that I am like even grateful I get to work with. It feels like I don't know, like I university. I haven't been to university, but like this feels like I'm now entering like a class, and I am so ready to just absorb all these different ways of creation and see where it's gonna take me.
How does it feel when Nike says, just do it? Do the packaging. Do you?
It feels like, damn, I should just do it. Like I should keep doing it because that's how they come. Regardless of how many likes I get or whatever, the fact that I just keep doing it is how they come to me. Like consistency, I think, has been a very also a big theme in my career, that even like now every like even small like gap I get between projects, I try like just do something and drop it. Just it also helps me see my growth outside of brand work. I don't want to be like a billboard. I want I also like I want my own identity outside of that. So yeah, yo, the Nike thing was super cool.
My favorite question on this whole podcast. What's your word to the youth?
Youth, vukuzenzele. Honestly, like that used to be, I don't know, was it from an ad or something, or a campaign?
I think so.
But it's so real. Like no one's gonna save us, you know. A lot of people won't understand what you're doing, but you know deep down like what you're capable of. So like you really need to wake up and get to it, with like use whatever you have around you. I didn't have like a good laptop for a very long time. You know, I used to like draw on paper, take a picture, put it on Illustrator, do that. Find your way, whatever it is. Like don't say, oh, just because I don't have this and that, like I don't think I'll be able to get to where I'm trying to get. So yeah. Vukuzenzele, man.
What are you trying to get for real now?
Me? I can't tell that. I can't tell, but I want to go on more vacations. I want to take myself, my family on vacations. That's something I've always dreamed of doing, and finally, I'm like at that stage. So, yeah, you know, I outside of my work, I want to live as well. I want to live. I don't want to forget that part. I mean, I'm working hard now so that I'm able to retire early and all of that stuff. But yeah, I want to start seeing the world. That's what I want to do right
What's the story you want to tell with your work now? This new chapter.
now. I guess I don't know. That the story would be try a different route and see where it takes you. It may be a city, it may be an art style, it may be like your mental, the way you think as well, and just see where it takes you. Yeah, that I'm literally on that. Like I wake up and I'm like, okay, I don't know what today holds, but you know, like even the Yusuf Day thing, it came on the morning of my birthday at like 2 a.m. and
Crazy.
I know. And I was like, wow, okay, I have 48 hours or less to do this. And I was like, I'd rather not go out on my birthday. I spent my whole birthday working on it because I was like, this is this is a different route. I could have gone out, or I can just stay in and do it. And like that has led to so many other things now. So yeah, try something different. Even just like instead of walking left, walk right, you know. You like literally it can take something as a small choice like that to yeah, be like, you know what, I need to stop living in this loop of whatever it is that is making you feel like you can't reach your next level.
Sinalo Ngcaba. Thank you.
Thank you.
Quality 10